Hello, morning. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. This is Idris Omar, and you're watching an Objective Viewpoint channel. I'm very happy you are here. Well, if you're watching this for the first time, please do consider like, subscribe, and share. And please don't forget to comment in the comment section below to let me know what you think about these ideas and thoughts. All right, today I'm going to talk about a very important topic, which is in a way that, to make it different or to show you the difference between two concepts first. First things first, well, I'm talking about the difference between being optimistic, sorry, between being a pessimistic person and a realistic person, because there are two different issues or two different concepts. Okay, a person who claims to be realistic, maybe he's a pessimistic, and the other way around, of course, the person who claims to be pessimistic, maybe he or she is a realistic. Okay, all right, excuse me. All right, so the question which poses itself here is, where is the line between being realistic or pessimistic? Where is the line? In my viewpoint, which is always objective, I think there is a very fine line between these two concepts. First, a person who has a mindset which is described as realistic is a person who is always rational. Okay, it does make sense, I think. Who is always rational and skeptical, and who always looks for good reasons before taking a quick judgment. For me, this is the person who is realistic, who always does not accept things for the first glance or for the very first moment, if you understand what I'm saying. Who always looks for good reasons for what's going on. Unlike a person who is pessimistic, and I'm going to talk about in just, the next few minutes. So anyone who is always looking for good reasons for his decision-making process, for example, or let's say anyone, anywhere who always makes decision after studying it from all these, aspects, okay, before taking it as a decision, and who always looks for good reasons, and who always, knows that what is in the real world is not always the way we dream about or the way we think or the way we wish or want. So he knows things are always not as they look, or not everything is as it looks. Okay, this is in short. The second type of mindset is a person who is pessimistic, and this person always claims to be the first type, if you understand what I mean. So claims to have rational thinking or critical thinking, or someone who always, claims to have, a mentality of, reasoning. However, a person who always comes out of a very frustrating or disappointing experience, always sees everything, going to be the worst, or who always thinks or always expects the worst case scenario in any situation. This is, by short or in short, a pessimistic, person, or a pessimistic mindset. So this is a short, brief explanation about the two types. Yes, these are the two types in short between the realistic person and a pessimistic person. So in today's world, in everyday life, we see lots of different people, okay, with different, mindsets. But these two different mindsets are very similar in a way that you cannot say or you cannot tell the difference between these two mindsets. Otherwise, unless you are quite sure about the consequences, because these two mindsets always are people who having experiences in their life, and after the experience, someone comes out with that from that with a lesson of taking into consideration in his or her life that he or she needs to study and be skeptical, be rational, and not to be, someone who is living in a fantasy, or someone who is, deluded, or someone who is always misled. He cannot be misled easily. He always studies things. He always looks for the real or the truth, not accepting the mere concepts or ideas for the very first moment, but he always waits and studies the issue and to accept it. So that's why a person who is a good thinking, a critical thinking, and who doesn't always, look for what is very, very quick. He doesn't wait for the quick results. He always look for a long-term, result, a long-term outcome. Unlike the first or the second type, which is pessimistic, always, expects the worst case scenario. Even in best case situations, you get him saying, no, I expect the worst case scenario. Okay? So you are talking about someone who lacks, or someone who, lost trust in everyone and everything. So he is never ever going to trust anything and anyone in this world, and he's never ever going to expect good things to happen. And even though if who could see lots of reasonable evidence before his eyes, he will never gonna believe that to happen. But as I said, the first type of the mentality or mindset is always someone who trusts his analysis, trusts his sense, trusts the evidence before his eyes, and trusts that good things always happen, as there are bad things happen. He knows that the world is based on good and evil. So no more philosophy, but this is in short about the difference between realistic and pessimistic in my view, in my viewpoint, which is always objective. And please let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I will be very happy for that. And thank you very, very, very much for watching the channel. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and please give it a thumb up. Thank you so much. Bye bye.